Okay, so closing process, it starts from subject removal, not completion, okay? Because after subject removal, there are so many things we have to do. For example, the number one important thing after subject removal is to deliver your deposit to the office ASAP according to the agreement. For example, the deposit should be paid within 24 hours of all subject removed, or within 1 business day, or within even 2 business days. So whatever the date on the contract, you have to follow. Because if you do not deliver the deposit to the office or send a copy to the other agent right away, this will give the seller opportunity and right to terminate the agreement. So think about it. In a down market, we don't care because the seller wants to sell, right? They won't terminate the agreement. But in an up market, in a multiple offer bidding market, for example, if you got your offer accepted at 1 million, and then later on the seller has another buyer wants to buy and offers at 1.1 million, and they're waiting for you to remove subject, and finally you have removed your subject, and your buyer saying, oh, sorry, I cannot get the money ready. Can you push back for 1 more day for deposit? Of course, the seller's not gonna agree. Even you don't do anything and deliver the deposit day after the day you stated in the agreement, the seller does not receive the money on that day. It gives them the right to terminate your agreement. Okay, even though you have removed subject, even though you have accepted offer, but you did not deliver your deposit, that means you have breached your contract. So whenever you breach the contract, the seller has the right to terminate the contract. Okay, so do not be late on your deposit. And sometimes I even seen deposit upon subject removal or upon acceptance. So make sure your client has the money ready for you to pick up. Otherwise, you have the opportunity or chance to lose the offer or lose the deal. What happens if you lose the deal? Of course, your buyer is going to sue you, right? Sue you for loss and damages. You don't want to do that. And number two is arranging closing lawyers. And I've seen these days, lawyers are so busy because the market is so good, right? So fast. A lot of lawyers, they're packed. They don't have time to do your deal. So if you have a rush deal, you better have 2-3 lawyers ready in your pocket to do your deal. Normally, lawyer needs 2 weeks to close a deal. Less than a week, they normally will charge you a rush fee. And worst case, they don't take your deal because they have no time. And especially during pandemic, they're short of staff. So make sure you have a lawyer already contact before you remove the subject. Okay, make sure you find a couple nice, good lawyer for your convincing. And after that, you have to tell your convincing and the other party who your lawyers are. And then after all, send the lawyer your contract. Because everybody is depending on other people. For me, I usually send the lawyer contract myself, even though the convincing may send the contract to the lawyers. I send them again just to make sure they have the contract. And number three is to arrange walkthrough inspection for deficiencies. So in your contract, I hope to see that you have a clause say the buyer would walk through the property at least 3 days prior to completion. So 3 days prior to completion to check everything if it's ready and fixed or replaced. If things are not fixed or replaced, you better ask for a price reduction or a holdback, okay? Otherwise, if you have the place not fixed before completion, after complete, the seller will not come back and fix it because you have nothing in your contract to hold them back for, right? So you better have something in your contract, either price reduction or a holdback. Otherwise, you can tell them, hey, if you don't do this, I'm not going to complete, right? Number 4 is arrange home insurance purchase. But this really should be before you remove the subject, because not all homes are able to obtain insurance. You must confirm this before removing the subject. Insurance is very, very important, especially 2020. A lot of older condos, they can't get insurance, okay? And a lot of old houses, they cannot get insurance. So you better ask the insurance company to give you a quote before you remove the insurance subject. And number 4B is saying must do for detached homes. What I mean by that is if you're getting a mortgage from a bank, the bank requests all houses must have insurance before completion. If you do not have insurance before completion, then they will not release the fund. So you must do that before you complete the house, okay? This is very important. And number 5 is arrange key transfer. A lot of Fraser Valley agent, I find, compared to Vancouver agent, they're not very good at customer service. Maybe the customer don't care in Fraser Valley, because I had some deals. I never seen the agent. It's always lockbox and always office pickup keys. And that by doing that, you actually lose a lot of opportunities because you're the listing agent. And when you do the walkthrough with the client and you're showing them a good customer service and professionalism, okay? As a buyer agent, you must walk through the property with the client and teach them where the water shut off, where the gas shut off, where the breakers are, and teach them how to use the house, right? It's good customer service. But if you're the listing agent, why you want to do that? Think about it. A lot of clients are not happy with their own agent after 1 or 2 times transactions. They want to switch to a different agent. Who are they going to think about when they want to switch an agent? Whoever shows them the best service. If you're the listing agent and you showed your best service in front of your buyer, in the future, when they want to sell, they may think, oh, the buyer agent is only good at buying. It's not good at selling. So you're good at marketing and service is good. So they would call you for listing their home instead of using the buyer's agent. Okay, that's very important. It's an opportunity to connect you with the buyer. And number 6, arrange tenant transfer. If there's a tenant, you have to arrange a deposit transfer and a contract landlord name change, okay? So you have to help them with that. It's more customer service. So back to number 5. Usually as a listing agent, you can also leave a home manual. You create a home manual teaching the buyer how to use the home, where everything is. And on the home manual, there's your contact information, right? You can leave it in-house. Whenever the buyer needs to find something, they would come back to this manual. And of course, your contact information is on the manual. So in the future, if they need your service, they know where to find you. So it's another way of doing marketing. So now custom care, right? It's all about service. Real estate is not only about selling. If you want to retain your client, you must have a good service. Otherwise, your client are only one-time client. You want them to be your repeated customer. So this way, you spend $1,000 to generate one client, and then you lose them afterwards, right? So you have to retain them and get them into a repeat customer, so they will also give you referrals. So good customer service are very important. So normally what I do is giving clients some closing gift. This closing gift is not chocolate. It's not something consumable. It must be something has your contact information on it, right? And something client can use over time. So they will think of you when they use this piece of gift, whatever it is. Could be a knife, could be a vacuum, could be whatever, right? Sometimes I love giving client a vacuum, buy a whatever Dyson, right? And put your business card, like sticker, make some sticker business card and stick it on a vacuum, right? And whatever you give to them, use your sticker business card and put your contact information on it. Or, on a knife, engrave your phone number on it, name and phone number, right? So something client can easily find you in the future, unless you give them a calendar every year, right? Something with your phone number and your face on it, so people don't forget about you. And number two is renovation treatment connections. So every realtor should know some electrician, should know some handyman, so should know some like roofers, floor treatment. So whenever client needs something, they will call you. They will call you, hey, Charles, I need an electrician to help me fix something. You better have somebody go there quickly to fix it, right? Oh, my washer and dryer is broken. Could you help me find somebody, right? You're the go-to person for your client. And number three, book an elevator for moving. So if you sold a condo, you better help your client tell them, hey, you got to book the elevator at least 3 days ahead. Otherwise, you're not getting the schedule you want, right? A lot of people don't know that, but you're the professional. You should notice your client about booking elevator, arranging move in and move out. Introduce them your partner moving companies, right? Because I met some company that doesn't have insurance. They broke client stuff. They dent the wall. They break the furniture, whatever. You have somebody who you trust, and then not only introduce one, but introduce three to the client so they can pick one. That is very important because the moving companies, when beginning of the month and end of the month, are so busy, right? And try to do a completion in the middle of the month, so your client will be easily find a moving company. Otherwise, everybody wants to complete either beginning of the month or end of the month. It's very hard to find a moving company. Number five is arrange utility account. I find a lot of Chinese new immigrants or client, they're not very good at English. So normally I also provide translation service, helping them to set up utility accounts like BC Hydro or for this BC Gas, right? So or short cable internet. So those are kind of the services you can provide to your client. And the more service you provide, the more they rely on you, the more the client retention you get. So the client won't find another realtor provide as good service as you can. And number six is to help them to set up PAD, strata payment, because a lot of people are not computer techie. They don't know how to go online and set up this strata. Whenever you call strata, it takes so long and how many days to find them, right? So you better just go to the website and set up yourself so you can help your client to set up this payment. And number seven is address change. A lot of people don't even know how to do address change, even though they've been here for 5-10 years. So number one, Canada Post mail forwarding is one of the good service you can help your client to obtain. And number two, for even though you set up mail forwarding, there still be some mails going to that old address. So you can talk to the buyer's agent. Whenever there's a mail, like when there's some mails every week, you can go to the buyer and pick up the mail. Again, you're showing your professionalism to the buyer, to the house you sold to, right? They see, oh, this agent even comes to pick up mail for their client. This must be a very, very good agent, right? Every time you show up at the door every week, you're showing that you're a good agent. Number 8 is internet setup. It takes about a week or 2 for them to come. So if your client needs internet at their new home, you better tell them to call the short cable after subject removal and book a time ahead of time. Number 9 is dinner. So dinner is something, you buy your client whole family time to meet their whole family. Sometimes you only meet the wife or the husband or even the kid. Dinner would be a great opportunity to meet all their family members and get all their contact informations and talk about the house, talk about the future plan, talk about the investment, because how many homes can people buy? People can only buy 1 or 2 homes, right? But after buying a home, you have to start telling them how to do real estate investment, right? Getting them to buy investment properties, so you can make more money on real estate and helping them to be financial free, right? So it's further building up relationship. So you can meet many people in their family, even though, ask them, hey, if you have friends or family, invite them over for dinner, right? Let's eat together so you can meet more of their friends, more of their family members. And number 10, you can arrange, sorry, that's a typo there, arrange a housewarming party for your client. Tell your client, hey, Charles, congratulations on your new home. I usually do a housewarming party for my clients. Would you like to do that? Not everybody like to do a housewarming party, but if they do, hey, Charles, give me the list of name and phone number and emails of the people you want to invite. I can help you to send invitations. And I will arrange this housewarming party for you. You don't have to do anything. I'll do everything for you. Again, it's good customer service. And now you just got all the information on the people you invited. It's more information into your database, right? More opportunity during the housewarming party. You're meeting their circle of influence and you're meeting more potential clients. Okay, because when people just bought a home, they're happy. They will say nice thing about you. Maybe not after months, maybe not after a year, they forgot about you, or they have something they don't happy about you. They will not say nice thing, but on a housewarming party, they will introduce you to all of the friends. Hey, this is my realtor Charles. He just bought me this home. His service is so good. He helped me host this housewarming party, right? So all those people you invite will be your potential client. You may pick up 1 or 2 deals just on the party. Because I remember I got my first condo residential deal on the home party. That was 2012. Yeah, when I just got my license, I got nothing to do. I go to all my friends' parties, meet people. I got my first deal off the party, right? So party is very important, where people meet, people relaxed, people happy about it. It's a very good opportunity for you to show up there. Next one would be follow-up. Check back with your client who just completed in 7 days and ask them, is everything okay? Do you need any help, right? Are you happy with the house? If you're not happy with the house, I can sell this house for you 30% off, right? Whatever. Follow up. Check back in a month. See if they need anything. And check back every 3 months to talk about not the house, but chit chat, as a friend. So it's a way of build up your relationship with this client. If your client are loyal to you, the other agents will not be able to take them away from you, right? Because think about it. You've been in real estate for how many years? 5 years, 7 years. And how many times have you talked to your past client? How many referrals did you get from your past client, right? And host annual barbecue every year in the summer, barbecue and Christmas party, and even your own birthday party, right? There are so many excuses for you to host a party and invite people here. Invite your past client, ask them to bring their family, ask them to bring their friend. It's nice, fun, family environment, you know, party, right? People love to go into party. And you're even like for Chinese, we have Lunar New Year, or even culture. I know some Indian culture, they have 2 New Year in a year, right? More excuse for you to party. People love to party. And on the party, make sure you collect as many information as you could. People name, phone number, email, and whatever, right? Put them into your database and CRM software so you can follow up them afterwards. Send them monthly newsletter, right? If you don't want to bother them, just add them into your MailChimp and send them a monthly market update. So why do you do all that, right? Connect with past client. Find out where you can improve on your service and skill, and retain your past client and getting referrals from them. Build up your reputation, word of mouth, connect the center of influence, and generate more referral business from all that. Okay, like I said, today is a very short session. So if you like to turn up your microphone, we can also discuss anything you like, not particularly to this topic, but any topic we can talk about. And today's topic, although it's very short, but it's very, very important. If you do all that, you'll be saving thousands of advertising fee, right? You don't have to spend thousands on advertisement fee, because past clients will provide you enough referral business, okay? Oh, I see somebody type here. All right, thank you, Kara. And yeah, if you don't have any question or you don't want to talk about any more stuff, we're done for today. And you can go to our link and sign up for your PDP hour today. Again, database. Everyone, very important. How many people are in your database? Well, I use Excel spreadsheet, Google Sheet. It's the easiest way. It manage a few hundred client, no problem. But if you have a lot of people to follow up, then I recommend Copper. Or you can go to my YouTube channel, and in my marketing and prospecting video, I have introduced a couple. But you know, if you Google CRM software for real estate, there is one called Copper, and there are top producer. There's like Pipe Dive. There is like so many softwares that you can choose from. Okay, from Jerry, my client will be moving into a townhome beside a touched tower, so won't be using elevator. Does it pay moving fee? Yes. So for any strata, they have a law like strata bylaw. It's not about using elevator, you pay the fee. It's that when you move in and move out, you have to pay the fee. So it's either 100, 200. I even seen in UBC, the most expensive one is Eaton Building. They charge $400 for move-in, move-out fee. So expensive. So you better find out the fee ahead of time and tell your client so they won't be surprised. So if you sold a condo, normally, how do you advertise after closing and to sell more unit in the same building? Okay, very good question. So normally what you can do is to print some flyers and print some envelopes, and just go to the Canada Post and post everybody, every unit within the building. So you have to do this probably every month. You cannot stop, because first time people will throw in the garbage, second time people may throw it in garbage, third time they may see it. So you have to do this like at least, I would say 6 times, 6 months in a row, or I would do probably a year in a row. And another way is that you can print a sandwich board with your sold flyer on it, and you place it in front of this building. So whenever people coming in and coming out, they can see this sold flyer. It's like big sold flyer. It's like an open house sign, but instead of open house, it's your sold advertising, right? That's another way, because you cannot go door knock everybody on the condo because you can't get in without a fob. So you can use a sandwich board and print your sold flyer on it, and then you place it a couple hours, just in front of the building, because you put there too long, the city will take it away. So you every day probably you put there a couple hours, and then later you can pick it up. Is another way of advertising for the building. Houses are so much easier. Door knock, the best way to advertise. If you sold a house, door knock the whole block, door knock the street behind you, the street in front of you, door knock everybody, talk to the owner. Hey, Mr. Owner, I just sold your neighbor's house. This is the flyer, right? Are you interested to sell in the near future? Or do you have any friends that may be looking to sell? Door knock everybody, because face-to-face conversation is better than any advertisement. Don't forget to ask for, hey, Mr. Seller, can I get your contact information? I can send you some market update every month. It won't be a lot, but it's a monthly newsletter updating you about the market, right? Increase your database. I just got an agent, WeChat me a couple weeks ago. She was so happy. She was one of my students. And she told me that, hey, Charles, I'm so happy that you taught me how to do door knock. I just got 5 listings over $4 million last month. So door knocking is very, very effective if you know how to do proper door knockings. Okay, how long does it take to get PDP graded? Still, okay, so the PDP grade, once I report it to the board, you should be able to get it within a week. I don't know how often they update. After I post it to the education department, normally they will put it in record. Each agent will be able to get 6 PDP hours from self, like our office. PPT file for presentation. Well, if you need a PPT, text me. I can email you. I don't mind emailing you the PowerPoint. Just text me your email address, and then I can send it to you. Okay, is there anybody want to share anything? Any questions? Oh, if you're not Luxembourg agent, I don't know if your brokerage can recognize the PDP credit, because this is hosted by managing brokers, because I can only report Luxembourg agent to the board education department. So if nobody wants to share or ask questions, we're all done for today. Thank you so much for joining us.